Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back, next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Upper part again, left side, losers bracket. So both these decks already lost their match. At least one of the previous ones, right? So as you know, at least the losers from this one will be out of the tournament. We have a decklist from 2015, one of the older decks in the upper bracket being Holy Shaddolls, so Star Seraph Shaddolls, having access to stuff like Shark Monsters, so super powerful. It's going to take on, I guess, the oldest deck in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup being Chaos. So, which deck has the advantage? I still see people kind of preferring Chaos to some extent, as I've read through the comments. But, I mean, if we take a look at the Shaddolls decklist, as the one you see here, having access to BLS, of course, against older format that's strong, but the shenanigans between Stick Chair, Scepter, for the extra draw, the pop, having Deltros for another pop, if it's, made with Stick Chair combo, maybe Shockmaster calling spells, for example, against Chaos, that's super powerful. Unless, of course, there's potential Tribe-Infecting Virus, DD Warrior Lady is strong. So Win That Pass is definitely not the strategy. And as we saw, at least as we've seen before, the Holy Shadow or Shaddolls decklist, or the deck, does struggle against decks that don't rely on their extra deck. Again, you can't really use your main deck as what is it? You're basically your second hand, I guess, for your resources. So Win That Pass. Here is, I guess, where DD Warrior Lady definitely could come in clutch when, if it wasn't for Star Seraph Scepter, because now, your Scepter kind of acts like a Shaddolls. It's replenished or replaced itself. And, the Scepter earlier into Chair, and Chair is now basically an extra light. So it's not that, it's kind of going downhill from here. At least from this, point of view. So immediately, Ring of Destruction, pre-errata Ring of Destruction, as you know, doesn't matter the amount of life points with your opponent or where your opponent is at. This is a useless top deck, Demok top deck. And I get Bottomless. Again, at least one of the advantages, I guess, for Holy Shadow is that it's playing somewhat of a bigger trap lineup, looking at Compulse, Vanity's Emptiness, Bottomless Trap Hole, Sinister Shadow games. So that's definitely solid. And yeah, El Shaddolls Fusion, that's more than enough. So okay, go first this time. 6 cards. Pot of Greed, Crush card. Crush card against Shaddolls, not the best. I guess it gives information about your hand. So immediately use Confiscation. No immediate play. Flip over Magician of Fate to get Pot of Greed back, I guess. Hopefully for Painful Choice, or potentially getting either a Light and or Dark in Graveyard. Let's see. Shaddolls Gore in defense, that's okay-ish. I guess this is okay. Thing here is that, as you will be seeing, I think, yeah, indeed, Typhooning the core will get you back Shaddolls Fusion, that's the name. But the thing is that I can just, just re-equip something from my opponent's side of the field that no monsters can attack on field except 1000 Irons Restrict. So I was like, I think we know the hands, and because of this, because of order, pre-errata as well, I think it was fairly safe to drop my Emperor and get in for some damage. Potentially ending the game sooner than, at least as soon as possible, right? You can't wait it out, especially against an older deck. So go for Baltar, and old school Baltar are so good if you attack into a face down monster. I believe it doesn't matter if it's a flip effect or not. I believe Baltar negates the monster either way, but I should recheck that. I think it's like that. Anyway, so Breaker is definitely a nice top deck. It's just a big beat stick, and I guess again with that Imperial Order, face up on the field. No Shaddolls Fusions, no fusions will hit the field. One set, I think, was it a Shaddolls Core? No, Falco. I think it was Falco. Yeah. So Sinister Shadow Games indeed is going to, well, Dragon is going to pop Order, so that's okay-ish. Breaker is still at an okay attack power. Problem though is that, yeah, this one of the power spells, and I believe, oh right, he's now dropping himself to 600 life points, and even though Shockmaster, what was it calling? Spells? Traps? I don't know, spells probably, because you can't attack, so calling traps would just be kinda not that smart. It's probably spells. Thing now here is that, what are you calling? Are you calling traps? Probably, kinda make it so that And yeah, because you call traps, you can't really, really leave Shockmaster on field. You potentially make a bigger push, especially because you're so low on life points. Lose my Setrakeki, it's fine though, because again, Emperor now is live, and Emperor with using priority should deal the necessary burn damage. So like before, the thing here is, okay, maybe Shockmaster could have called spells, but it just doesn't matter, because Light and Dark is always live, or always would have been live, so it just didn't matter. And imagine calling spells and you attacking into Mirror Force, right? Okay, so game number 3. This hand is much worse. BLS not live unless I draw Painful Choice. Oh, Painful Choice would be solid. Dropping BLS, Delinquent Duo first of all. Like Painful Choice would have been a sick top deck. Sadly not the case. So Painful Choice, not Painful Choice, but Delinquent Duo. The Warrior Lady in this situation is kind of okay. Problem is that Shadow Falco is going to Reborn Beast, and this Sinister Shadow game is so ridiculous in combination with Beast. Plus Dragon is going to pop one of my back row, hitting Torrential, and Torrential is something I definitely kind of needed. Because again, like, what is Shadow Construct going to get back? Like, what is it, Shadow Fusion or El Shadow Fusion? Which again is not super live, especially against the deck that's not using its extra deck. I'm going to set the Warrior Lady, simply because again I'm super low on life points, and sadly the BLS is still not live. So it's not looking too great, even though the DD Warrior Lady again buys me some time. But the Typhoons aren't it. Again, Painful Choice would have been so sick. This is a cute play. Prevent Core from hitting the field. Obviously Core will trigger, but it kind of prevents another construct from hitting the field. Plus, it forces them to use a Mathematician on field. But I mean, look at these top decks. Typhoon, Storm. That's not... it's just a small bummer. Same play, right? As before, but this time it connects. And this should be more than enough, because Shaggy Naga can attack over DD Warrior Lady, and Construct will just attack for game, right? Yeah. This is so unfortunate. I mean, those top decks, Typhoon, Storm, that's not the top decks you want. Those aren't the top decks you want. This is much better. So Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed, and Mirage of Nightmare for 3. Problem, you'll see. Like, this hand is again nutty, Jesus. So Stick Chair for a couple of draws, and problem here is Deltarose is getting picked, and upon summon, I can't respond. And Typhoon is picked, so I can't chain Typhoon to my Mirage of Nightmare. And of course Deltarose can pop another card, which was the monster. Okay, so Sang and Search. Problem here is Mirage of Nightmare is still live, and I think I'm forced to discard 3, and like, look at my discards. All the good cards, like no Demok. No Kaiku, no, I'm going to discard Heavy Storm, what is it, Heavy Storm and Painful Choice, the good cards. That's just another unfortunate series of events. So, Restrict Phase upon field, it's fine-ish. Problem here is, this Typhoon already kinda is like, yeah, the game is probably over. Soul Charge is a super powerful play. At the cost of 3000 life points, you can get another Search, a Light Search, just in case. Plus, make a big Shockmaster play. Again, a draw pop with Scepter being attached. And Shockmaster probably, even maybe calling, was about to say monster effects, maybe Emperor, BLS, because your because your field is kind of weak. But maybe you could call monster effects as well, right? For BLS or spells, right? So draw 3 again, but this is not it. Shadow Beast is going to draw 2, yeah, discard 1, both Thunder King. Okay, so Skomata sending 1 goat token to the graveyard off of the field, and my Mirror Force is in hand. But this is not enough, right? Not enough for game. El Shaddolls Fusion is... yeah, El Shaddolls Fusion is more than enough. And I think both my sets are bluff. Yeah, Ring of but Ring of Destruction was not live, right? Shockmaster calling traps. Right. So it is what it is. This is unfortunate. So Chaos is out of the tournament. Holy Shaddolls moves on the left side. We'll take on 3x's Fire Fist next. At least later. Next matchup we have Sprite versus Dinosaur. So Dinosaur, a going second deck that definitely has a chance against Sprite full power. Basically almost full power. Deck from 2022 versus 2020. So again, feel free to leave your predictions. Okay? Guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.